Hey everyone, it's Philomena, part 2 of the series tentatively called Pivoting in Your 50s and Beyond and Before. So today I want to talk about why the idea of completely starting over may not be the right move in your 50s. Because by this point in your life, if you've been interacting with people, if you've been leaving your house, if you've been reading the news, if you've been on TV and the internet, then you know that you have gained certain skills. You have built your intuition. You have made relationships, right? We don't want to throw those things out. We do not want to disconnect from the relationships that are helping us to leverage to the life and the goals that we still have for ourselves, right? Think about it like a house, right? You don't want to burn down your house because you don't like how the furniture is put together, right? You want to move the furniture to fit your life. So move the couch to face a window. Move the couch to face your dog's bed, So starting over isn't the thing. I'd like you to look at it differently. I would love for you to comment and let me know if any of this is landing. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm thinking about what's happening moving forward. What is 60 going to look like? What is 70 going to look like? And I am making a plan. I'm making a plan. So this is part of my plan, is to talk to you about it, because I feel better when I'm in community a lot of times, and I'm forcing this community out into the world. You didn't arrive where you are by accident, right? We arrive where we are. Fate, luck, hard work, soft work, all of those things. We didn't arrive here by accident. So let's look at where we are and where we can make small changes to keep us going towards whatever our North Star is. I like thinking about that analogy of looking at where your North Star is. Maybe your North Star is retiring on a beach somewhere, or working to the day that your breath leaves you because you really enjoy and are fulfilled by the work that you're doing. That's a plan. But let's keep our eyes on that prize, okay? I don't have these answers. I'm saying these things and I'm rambling a bit because I don't have the answers, but I do have some ideas, and I want to learn your ideas as well. I'm looking at notes. So what a pivot might look like for you, it's not that you're stopping being creative, it's just that you're not saying yes to as many draining opportunities. For instance, in the last few years, I've stopped teaching so many one-off classes, or even a series of classes for some local entities like libraries. I love libraries. My dying breath, I'll tell you, I love libraries, but I couldn't do all those things that need to be done in order to have a successful class happen. The schlep of the stuff, the calendar meetings, the checking social media posts or creating the social media posts, having students show up or not show up, or worse, show up and being so disinterested because they've just been plopped in this thing. So I've stopped doing that quite as much. I'll do some one-offs, and I still volunteer a few hours a year to help some folks out at the library, but that's one way I've pivoted. I'm saying this to myself, I am separating my career with my identity. And that's hard as a creative person. It is so personal. I am literally making every brush mark if we're talking about the side of my career that's creative, And now I'm working for a beautiful nonprofit. And I wanted to succeed. I wanted to succeed for the community. I wanted to succeed for my colleagues. I wanted to succeed for my boss, who's so hardworking. But I have to separate my identity with the success or failure. As long as I know I'm showing up as my best self, which means not running myself ragged, and means saying no to opportunities, I know that I can feel good about myself, but still be separate from the actual outcome in those instances. Fun word. You don't have to find your purpose. You may already know your purpose. It may be that the searching is driving you insane. The searching for your purpose. Maybe, and again, I'm saying this for myself as well, maybe back away from that a little bit and just be. I'm reading a lot of Zen philosophy right now, and it feels like it resonates very, very strongly with my soul. And there's something about just being in the middle. There's also this thing about being reactive. And this might be off topic. This whole thing may be off topic. But if you'll allow me, the analogy of being a thermostat and not a thermometer. Being a thermostat and not a thermometer. A thermometer doesn't have a gauge on it. Doesn't have a dial on it, is what I mean to say. It doesn't have a dial on it. A thermometer is constantly reacting to the environment around them. And it's hard to not do that. But if we think of ourselves as a thermostat, we have some agency. We can change the dial sometimes. How you do that? Again, life lessons, maturity, meditation, lots of water, take your vitamins. I'm not a doctor. So that's what I want to say for this video. So don't burn down the house. Look at the furniture. Maybe the furniture just needs to be moved. And maybe in reality, like literally, maybe your furniture needs to be moved, but maybe the story of you don't have to throw away your career. Maybe you just have to look at your career differently. You don't have to sever relationships unless they're extremely toxic and unhealthy. You don't have to sever relationships. You just have to see how those relationships can benefit everyone involved. I'm sending you a lot of love. Let me know if this ramble resonated with you. What is something you're going to pivot on? This is number 2 in a series of about 10 videos. It's a new breath into the channel. I'm pivoting the channel. I still have the complete back catalog. So all of those art videos, all of those art vlogs, all of that stuff that I've been doing on this channel for 10 years is still there. Go enjoy it. Share it where you like to share it. And I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye.